All right. Good evening and welcome to the Woodhaven Brownstown Board of Education special meeting of Monday, January 18th, 2021. Called to order at 5:30 p.m. This meeting is taking place via Zoom. Public notice of the steps necessary to participate in this meeting were posted on the district website. Mrs. Abear, would you please take roll?
Mrs. Pimer.
Anything going? Oh,
Here.
Mrs. Burton-Kelsey.
Here.
Mr. Harris.
Here.
Mrs. Paget.
Here.
Mr. Burke. Mrs. Bauer-Perry. Mrs. Berry.
Here.
Mr. Greathead.
Here.
Mr. Belcher.
Here.
Thank you. Mr. Burke. Can you hear me, Mr. Burke?
Thank you, Mrs. Abear. Next up is the Pledge of Allegiance. If everybody would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item C is approval of the agenda.
I can't hear a thing, Mark.
You can't hear me right now, Bruce? All right.
I know you're talking, but I can't hear you at all. Hello?
All right, Bruce, I will do this simultaneously on the speaker phone as well. That way you can hear, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay, item C is approval of the agenda. The suggested motion is to approve the agenda as recommended. I'll entertain a motion.
So move.
Support.
Motion by Burke, supported by Burton-Kelsey. Any discussion? Hearing none, Mrs. Abear, would you please take a roll call vote?
Mrs. Pimer.
Yes.
Mrs. Burton-Kelsey.
Yes.
Mr. Harris.
Yes.
Mrs. Paget.
Yes.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Mrs. Bauer-Perry. Mrs. Berry.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 2 is hearing of the public for items which appear on this evening's agenda. There are no comments at this time from the public. If there are, please raise your hand. We don't have anybody, do we? No. Okay, thank you. Item number 3 is new business. This is to approve revised ballot language for the May 2021 bond application. The suggested motion is that the Board of Education approved the revised ballot language contained within the May 2021 bond application as recommended. I'll entertain a motion.
So move.
Motion by Burton-Kelsey, support.
Support.
Support by Burke. Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, Mrs. Abear, would you please take a roll call vote?
Mrs. Pimer.
Yes.
Mrs. Burton-Kelsey.
Yes.
Mr. Harris.
Yes.
Mrs. Paget.
Yes.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Mrs. Bauer-Perry. Mrs. Berry. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Item number 4 is for hearing of the public for items not listed on the agenda. I don't believe we have any comments from the public. Next on the agenda is board member comments. Are there any comments from members of the board at this time? All right, seeing none, thank you for your time this evening. We will immediately get this to council, who will get it to Treasury. Again, they did let us know it is unlikely that we will have a response from Treasury in time for the January 26th board meeting. So if we do not have this in time by the January 26th board meeting, we'll be looking at scheduling another special meeting that'll have to take place before the February 9th meeting. we must notify and call the election by 4 p.m. on February 9th. So we will likely need an additional special board meeting, tentatively looking at February 2nd, just to keep it on Tuesdays. But there is still the chance that we would be able to call the election on January 26th. We'll let you know as soon as we. Okay. If there are no other comments or questions, then we will adjourn the meeting at 5.